guys, welcome back. I am so happy to finally be sitting down and filming this video because I've been trying to film a video for the past week and a half or so, but it just hasn't been going my way. So fingers crossed I can get through this video. First thing, let's just ignore my hair. It's fading a really weird color. Let's just ignore that. Number two, I got a new camera. I don't know if you guys can notice a difference. I feel like the quality on this one is a lot more HD. And it has autofocus. If you film YouTube videos, especially by yourself, this just makes a huge difference. It's gonna make things so much easier. So hopefully you guys like the new camera. I feel like it looks a lot better. You guys let me know. But for today's video, I really didn't know what to call it because, to be honest, I haven't done a favorites video in the past 2 months. It's kind of a little bit too late to call it my January favorites, and I also didn't do my December favorites. So we're gonna call this kind of a current favorites, and these are kind of things I've been liking over the past couple months that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. I know I just did my big yearly favorites a couple weeks ago, so I wasn't sure if I should film this video or not, but there are some products in here that I've been dying to tell you guys about, especially stuff at the drugstore. So many new things I found at the drugstore that I've really been liking, so I just figured I would put them together and hopefully you guys enjoy it. We're just gonna jump right into the products, and the first one I want to talk about is this Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. As you can see, I've gone through about half the bottle now. I couldn't even tell you how excited I was when I saw this at the drugstore because I've heard so many good things about it, and this recently came to the US maybe like a couple months ago, so that's when I snagged it, and I got the one that's good for waterproof mascara, even though I don't really wear waterproof mascara. And let me tell you guys, this is such a good product for removing makeup. I'm someone who hasn't really tried too many micellar waters, so I can't really compare it to something like Bioderma, but I did get the simple micellar cleansing water, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. That's really good for just very light makeup days, or if you're just too lazy to wash your face, you can just use that, I guess, as a cleanser or cleansing water. Even though I don't use this to replace my cleanser, I just kind of use it to get any excess makeup off. So I will say this could remove all the makeup I have on right now, but I just end up going through so many cotton rounds. I just feel like that's kind of wasteful. What I'll do is I'll use this on light makeup days to get most of my makeup off, and then just go in and cleanse my face, and that just kind of makes things a little bit easier, a little bit quicker when I'm feeling kind of lazy. Or if I have a full face of makeup on, usually I'll use like a makeup wipe or a cleansing oil, and then I'll go in after I have majority of my makeup off just to make sure that I get everything off, but I'll still go in and cleanse. I feel like I'm going on and on about this product. Seriously, this is such a good product to have, especially for those lazy days, or just to help ensure that you're getting all your makeup off, because even after I use my cleansing oil and I feel like I got all my makeup off, I always go in with the cotton round afterwards, and there's so much makeup left on it. So yeah, I would highly recommend this to you guys. So much better than the simple one. I'm not really sure of other cleansing waters at the drugstore right now, but this has been the best I've tried so far. So if you guys have watched my video, I think it's the last video I posted, I actually compared these two foundations. So my favorite one was it still is. It's a really, really good foundation, and I love it. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. I talked about it in my yearly favorites because it was that good. It literally topped any other foundation I used throughout the year, so I had to give this a mention in that video. I've still been loving it. I'm in the color 127 or Y335, and I compared it to the e.l.f. Moisturizing Foundation Stick. I'll have the video linked up here for you guys to check out in case you missed it, and you can kind of see for yourself how these foundation sticks compare. On my skin, my pretty, I would say normal to dry skin, it's pretty normal actually, it's not really dry right now. They literally look the exact same on my skin. I mean, you guys will see in that video, I can't tell a difference, and even when wearing them, they feel the exact same. For a little while, I was using this every single day that I was wearing makeup, so I kind of started going through it really fast. So it's really nice to have a drugstore alternative. So it might be a little difficult to find your shade, but if you can, it is so worth the $6 because it definitely holds up against the Makeup Forever stick. I think they're dupes. On my skin, they look exactly the same. So another drugstore product that really wowed me this month is the Wet n Wild Contouring Palette. And this one is Caramel Toffee. And it says new formula because I had one of the other contour palettes, but I don't know, I really don't notice too much of a difference because, to be honest, the powders before were very, very buttery and I didn't see anything wrong with them. But I ended up picking up this one because it kind of has this banana powder in it. And immediately when I see this, I think of the Marc Jacobs highlighting contour palette. Like, it looks exactly like this. It's a very large pan. And even the way the powders feel like the Marc Jacobs one. I don't have it, but I always find myself swatching it when I'm in Sephora because I'm always tempted to buy it. But now that I have this, I really don't feel the need that I need that, because that powder palette is almost like 50 bucks and this is only $5. And seriously, you guys, these powders are so pigmented and buttery. Let me show you guys. So that is them right there. And as you can see, the contour powder, it's a little warm. I would say it's more of a neutral brown. And then this banana powder right here is super brightening, very pigmented. I don't have the banana powder on right now, but I did use the contour powder. So as you can see, it is a little bit warmer, but to be honest, I really can't use super cool tone contour powders because it just ends up looking ashy and dirty on my skin. Like, it almost looks like it just like rubbed dirt on my cheekbones. So a color like this really works well with my more yellow olive undertone. I don't really know, but this powder is really working for me. I would highly recommend you guys checking it out. You will be blown away by the way these powders feel. They're so buttery. I don't know what took me so long to get my hands on this little guy, but this is the NARS Creamy Concealer, and this is just the little mini one because I saw this at the checkout when I was at Sephora, and I decided just to try it out because there was so much hype around this concealer, and I've actually never tried it before. And this was in the shade Custard, which was a shade that ended up working for me. It's what I have on right now, so it's just a few shades lighter than my skin tone, so it works great for highlighting. And I have to say, the hype is real about this concealer. I have been missing out all of these years. It's kind of thicker, which sounds kind of gross, but seriously, it covers up everything. It just glides underneath my eyes. But it just doesn't crease. It doesn't like sink into any lines, and it's just a really great concealer. The price kind of sucks. Like, this little guy I think was $15, which I think is a rip-off kind of, because there's only 0.05 ounces, and I feel like I'm almost out of this. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick up the full size, even though paying 30 bucks for a concealer, not really happy about that. But it's such a great concealer. I'm just gonna suck it up and get it because I've been using this every day, no joke. A lot of my other concealers that I was using were creasing on me. Like, I had to set them with a powder or else it would be like crease city underneath my eyes. And with this concealer, I still want to set it with the powder, but I just really have to lightly dust powder underneath my eyes and I'm good to go for the day. So highly recommend any of you out there who have not tried this yet, give it a shot because it's really good. So this little guy I'm going to talk about again. I think I threw it in one of my other favorites towards the end of last year, and this is the Ofra You Do You highlighter. So this was the one in collaboration with Dupe That, which is a really cool Instagram page. If you guys are always looking for good drugstore dupes, you need to follow that page. But this was the highlighter they made with Ofra, and seriously, I would kind of say it's kind of a dupe for Champagne Pop. It's kind of like that peachy golden highlight. It looks so nice on the cheeks. I just threw a little bit on today, and it seriously gives you such an intense glow. So if you really pack this sucker on, you will be like beaming with this highlight, and just gives you such a nice soft glow to your cheeks. I don't know how to describe it because I know some highlighters can be a little chunky or look shimmery on the cheeks, so it just accentuates all, like if you have any texture or larger pores, it just really accentuates all that. So with a highlighter like this, it just feels so smooth and it just glides on over your skin. I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks so nice. So I had to mention this guy again because I have been using it pretty much the past month or so. So these two guys are something I've really been wanting to talk to you guys about. I wanted to throw them into my 2015 favorites because I love them that much, but I'd only been using them for a month. But now I've been going on 2.5 months now, and this is the CoverGirl True Blend Bronzer, and this is the only shade they have right now. So this is the one I've been using, and seriously, you guys, this used to be like a dome, and now it's just completely flat because I've been using it every day for the past couple months. And this is just a really nice bronzer because it kind of has a little bit of a sheen, so it gives you a soft glow, nothing too shimmery, and it just blends out really nicely with, you know, blend bronzer, I would hope it would blend out really nicely. So that's why I've really been liking this one. And I also picked up the True Blend blush, and this is in the color Deep Mauve, and I've really been liking this one as well. Super, super pigmented though, so you want to make sure you use like a big fluffy brush, nothing too dense, and just a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way with this blush. I feel like I'm never going to run out of this because I literally only like tap my brush in it a little bit, tap off the excess, and that's enough for me. So I've really been liking these. There aren't very many shades right now, but if you guys see these in store, highly recommend checking them out, especially the bronzer if this shade would work out for you. It's what I've been using every day. It's what I use today to bronze up my skin. Another bronzer I've been liking, this one is this is one I recently picked up at Target. If you guys have not been to Target lately, Target has like stepped up their e.l.f. game. Like they have so many new e.l.f. products there. So this is the bronzer palette. It just says bronzer palette. I guess it's only one shade. There is a shade in here that has a little bit of a sheen, and then the other ones are like matte bronzers, and I just like how there's just different shades to choose from, so you can kind of mix and match depending on your skin tone. And these have been working out really nicely as well. They blend out really easily, and for $6 you really can't beat that for 4 bronzers. So yeah, if you guys are near a Target, definitely go check out their section now because they have so many new e.l.f. products. Hello. You're so sweet. Some of you guys mentioned you miss seeing him in the background of my videos, so yeah, he's up here chilling with me today, and I feel like he needs like a haircut or something. I need to give him a bath. It's been a couple weeks, but it's really hard for me to give him a bath because I don't have a tub in my new apartment, which really, really sucks. I never really like to stand in the tub. Like he always had to be on the edge, like kind of standing up. So yeah, it's really difficult in a stand-up shower because he's not down with standing in there. Even though I find him just chilling in there during the day. I don't know why. Anyways, I wanted to talk about the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I've had this, I got it for Christmas actually, thanks to one of my good friends, and I've really, really been liking this. I know some people were kind of like about it because there's a lot of like neutral colors in here, but that's why I like it. Like it's very wearable, really nice for every day, and these colors blend out so nicely. I've been using Blackout, this matte black, a lot lately as like a liner. Seriously, the darkest, most black eyeshadow I have. I find myself reaching for this a lot, and I really like the packaging as well. So if you guys want to see any tutorials using this palette, just let me know. If you want something more neutral or incorporating some of the pops of color in here, just let me know because I've really been liking this. So a couple more favorites, and then we're going to talk about some things that really didn't work out for me. I felt like I would just throw them in there. I want to do an entire video talking about my, like, I guess products that haven't worked for me. So let me know if you guys want to see that. But what I got in here, I ordered a few of the NYX Lingerie liquid lipsticks, and I've really been liking these. If you guys want like a little swatch video or a mini review, just let me know and I can do that. I'll swatch them for you on my lips and everything so you can see how they look on. I've really been liking these shades. A lot of them are of course like more nudes, neutral colors, but I feel like there's some really unique shades, and there's a shade in here for everybody and for every skin tone. Was really excited about the lip suedes that came out a little before these, but to be honest, you guys, I'm really not a huge fan of the formula of those. They have some amazing colors that I love because I pretty much bought every shade, but I just don't find myself using them very often because I don't really like the applicator, and the formula, it just feels so dry on my lips. So I'm definitely a bigger fan of these. They feel a lot more comfortable, and I really like the color selection. So those are something I've been wearing a lot lately. I've also been liking this Ofra liquid lipstick in the color Bel Air. It looks like a really light nude on me, but it's more of a peachy nude, so it's very wearable. I just find myself wearing it a lot, so I wanted to mention this guy right here. Ofra makes some of my favorite liquid lipsticks, and I'm not just saying this because they did send it to me, to be honest, but seriously, I would purchase these with my own money because they are so good. They are more of a moussey formula, so I don't find them to be as long lasting as some of my other liquid lipsticks, but they're very comfortable, so I'm okay with just having to reapply maybe a couple times throughout the day, but it feeling a lot more comfortable on my lips. So I've been wearing that one a lot. I've also really been into glossy lips lately, and this Intense Butter Gloss Actually, I think I talked about it in my 2015 favorites, but this is in the color Peanut Brittle, and this just works well topped over any nude lipstick, and I really like the formula of these. They're very, very buttery, butter glass, duh, but they just feel very comfortable on their lips. They're not super sticky, and these intense butter glosses are very, very pigmented. I also got the Taurus lip combo, like I got the matching lip pencil with the lippy stick, and this was in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. I have like all of her collaborations. She seriously, I don't know how she comes up with this, but every time she does it right. So I've really been liking Taurus. I have Aquarius as well, which is a really, really pretty pale pink. I wanted to mention that, but yeah, that one's a favorite too. But Taurus is such a pretty unique color. Every time I wear this, I get compliments on it, and I really like the combination of the two. This is my first lippy pencil that I've ever ordered from ColourPop, and I really like the formula. I feel like you could wear these as lipsticks because they're very, very creamy. But this color, it's like a dark, warm brown. It's a really pretty shade that I feel like would work with a lot of different skin tones. She's reposted a ton of pictures of people wearing this, of different skin tones, and it looks great on everybody. So yeah, you guys need to go check that out. It's only 10 bucks for the little combo. Another lip liner I've been liking is from NYX, and this is in the color Nutmeg. Now the NYX lip liners, like if you're going to compare it to something like ColourPop's, they are a little bit drier. They kind of remind me more of MAC lip pencils, if anything. That's the closest I would say. But they have such an awesome color selection, and this color Nutmeg, it kind of reminds you of something like Taurus, but just a little bit darker. So any of those kind of warm browns, this is a good lip pencil to pair with it. Alright, last thing I want to talk about before the unfavorites are these nail polishes, and they're by Wet n Wild. This is their One Step Wonder Gel nail polish, and this is in the color Stay Classy. So this is actually the one I have on my nails right now. I've had it on for like 2 weeks now, so my nails look kind of bad right now, but this nail polish is amazing. I mean, if you guys can see, that was one coat. I feel like it looks really bad right now. It's a really bad example, but the formula of these, it just glides on, and I am not someone who's really good at painting their nails, so this really, really helped me out. And I got another one. I haven't used it yet, but I really like the formula, and this is in the color Condensed Milk, which looks like a really pretty kind of off-white. I don't know. It looks really pretty. I think that's going to look really nice. So that'll probably be the next color I do, but I just wanted to mention the formula is really nice. And I also got the Revlon Gel Envy Diamond Top Coat, and this layered over top, this just like fixes everything. Like anytime my nail polish looks a little bit lumpy or I feel like I got a little sloppy, this just really helps smooth everything out and make it look a lot more polished and nice. So again, for someone like me who's not really good at painting their nails, this really comes in and saves the day. Alright, so I quickly want to mention a couple things that didn't work out for me. Hopefully I don't offend anybody. These are just products that haven't really been working for me. And this guy I'm kind of sad to mention because I was really excited when I saw this. And this is by Milani. This is their coconut oil lip treatment. I was really excited when I saw this, and to be honest, I loved it at first. I was really into using this, and I still use it a lot. But the thing I don't like about it is I feel like it's not really doing anything for my lips, and it wears off super, super fast. So if anything, I just kind of use this when I'm doing makeup before applying a lipstick. It kind of helps out with that. But if your lips are seriously chapped, I wouldn't look for this as a lip treatment because I just feel like it doesn't really help out too much with your dry lips, and it ends up wearing off really quickly. But the scent is really nice, especially if you like coconut. It smells really, really good, and I don't know, I was really excited about this because I love so many Milani products, but I just feel like it's not really doing anything. And this guy right here, I have a love-hate with this little guy. So this is the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. I told you guys a while back that I wanted to do a best of e.l.f. video, and I put in this huge order with e.l.f. and it ended up getting, I don't know if stuff was on back order or what. It took almost a month for me to get my package, and then by the time I got it, they were sold out of a lot of the stuff that I had ordered, so they threw in just a bunch of free product, I guess, to make up for it, and this is one of the things that they threw in. So it says it's supposed to fill in fine lines and neutralize redness. I don't have a ton of redness, but this is a green primer, but it is a very, like, silicone-y feeling primer. So it definitely helps to fill in fine lines and larger pores. So if you're looking for something like that, this is really, really going to help smooth out those areas. I'm someone who kind of likes to double prime. I know that seems kind of like high maintenance, but for me, when I'm priming my skin before foundation, I want my skin to feel really hydrated, since sometimes my skin can feel a little bit dry, and then I like to focus like something like a pore filling smoothing primer around the center of my face, and I feel like sometimes this tends to ball up on my skin. I really want to play around with this more and see what primers or foundations this doesn't work with, or if it's just the primer itself that does that. But every now and then you have to be careful with how much you're using, because it will start to like ball up, but other days it doesn't. So that's kind of why I have a love-hate relationship with this guy right here, because sometimes it works great and it just really helps smooth out my skin, and other times it's balling up everywhere and it looks really gross. It's only like $6, but still, I mean, if you're going to be purchasing it and it ends up balling up on your skin, that's not cool. And the last thing to mention, I have mixed feelings about it also, and this is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I was so excited to get this. My friend actually got it for Christmas for me, and when I saw this was coming out, I was really, really excited because the colors in here are so nice. Like these colors right here, these are my jam. Majority of them are mattes, and there's a couple shimmers in here, just a bunch of neutral colors that I thought would be really great for every day. And the thing I don't like about this palette is some of these shades are so hard to blend. They are very, very pigmented, like especially these colors, the ones I'm most excited about down here. I just feel like it's really hard to blend out, but there's other shades in here that I absolutely love. So I feel like this palette is very hit or miss. I know a couple people kind of have the same opinion about this, but yeah, really bummed because the packaging is so pretty, and when you just look at the colors, it just looks like it would be a great everyday palette. But unfortunately, every time I do this, especially when I try to use those deeper matte shadows, they just get so patchy on my crease, and it ends up ruining the whole look, and I have to wipe it away. I had to do that several times when using this palette, and when I use something like Makeup Geek or Anastasia shadows, that never happens. So I just want to throw that out there. This is my first time ever using Tarte shadows, so I don't know. You guys let me know, have you tried it out and how is it working for you? Because for me, the shadows just seem to be really patchy. Alright, so that about wraps up this current favorites, unfavorites video. I don't know what to call it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts, opinions, what your favorites were, what products have not worked for you. I would love to know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Figured I would put this video together. So I just figured I would put this video up to get... Come on, Michigan!